Today, we're going to talk about a dark chapter in human history, one that we must never forget: the concentration camps. It's a heavy topic, but understanding it is crucial to ensuring such atrocities never happen again. When we hear the term concentration camp, we most often think of the network of camps established by Nazi Germany before and during World War II. But the concept actually predates that era. The first use of concentration camps was by the Spanish in Cuba during the 10 Years' War in the late 19th century, and later by the British during the Second Boer War in South Africa. The purpose was to intern civilians to separate them from guerrilla fighters. However, the Nazi regime took this concept to an unprecedented level of brutality and systematic extermination. Initially, starting in 1933, camps like Dachau were used to imprison political opponents, journalists, and anyone deemed a threat to the Nazi Party. These were places of forced labor, torture, and intimidation. As the Nazi ideology of racial purity intensified, the purpose of the camps expanded. Jewish people, Roma, Slavs, people with disabilities, Jehovah's Witnesses, and many others were rounded up and sent to these camps simply because of who they were. The conditions were intentionally horrific. Inmates were starved, overworked, and lived in constant fear. They were stripped of their names, their identities, and their basic human dignity. With the onset of World War II, the camp system grew into a continent-spanning network. Some, like Auschwitz-Birkenau and Treblinka, became killing centers or extermination camps, designed for the sole purpose of mass murder on an industrial scale. Millions of men, women, and children were systematically killed in gas chambers. This genocide is what we now call the Holocaust. But even in the camps not designated as extermination centers, death was everywhere. Disease, starvation, and exhaustion claimed countless lives. The camps were factories of death, whether through direct execution or through what the Nazis chillingly called extermination through labor. Allied forces began liberating the camps at the end of the war in 1945. They were confronted with scenes that defied description. They found skeletal survivors and mountains of evidence of the unspeakable crimes that had occurred. The world was forced to witness the depths of human cruelty. Learning about the concentration camps is not just a history lesson. It's a profound reminder of what can happen when hatred, intolerance, and dehumanization go unchecked. It shows us the danger of propaganda, of us versus them mentalities, and of standing by silently in the face of injustice. The stories of the survivors are powerful testimonies. They speak of resilience, courage, and the desperate will to live. They also carry the heavy burden of memory. It's our shared responsibility to listen to these stories, to honor the victims, and to carry the lessons of this history forward. We remember so that we can recognize the warning signs of prejudice and discrimination today. We remember to reaffirm our commitment to human rights, dignity, and compassion for all people. The phrase, "never again," is not just a slogan. It's a promise we must all work to keep. Thank you for taking the time to engage with this difficult but vital subject. Let's continue to educate ourselves and others to ensure that the memory of the past helps us build a better, more just future. Please subscribe for more important historical discussions.